Do you have data in an Excel file and you want or need to get that into the Power BI desktop? I will show you the methods that you can use now in 2024 because they have changed just a little bit from what was available previously. My name is Allison Gonzalez. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can take your data from an Excel file and use that in the Power BI desktop as well as the Power BI service. Bonus points if you stick around to the end. I'm going to show you how you can go in the reverse and take Power BI data and bring that into Excel. So let's jump on in. We're going to get started in the Power BI desktop, and I'm going to show how you can connect to Excel data, bring that over to use in Power BI. So in the Power BI desktop, the first way that you can bring data in is right up here. In your home ribbon, there is a Get Data button, and in that Get Data button, very first option is an Excel workbook. This is so common to bring data from Excel to Power BI that Microsoft doesn't just give you one button to do this. You can also click this Excel workbook button right up here at the top next to Get Data, or this one on the middle of your screen. All three of them do the exact same thing. This will take the raw data, those sheets of data that you have in Excel, bring that over, and then you are able to clean your data up in Power Query, do your data modeling, write your DAX, use it in visuals, all of that fantastic stuff that you can do here in the Power BI desktop. Now, if you are thinking, well, I already did some Power Query, or I already did some data modeling in Power Pivot in Excel. Well, in that case, you have a different option. So I have an Excel file, and this Excel file, I have multiple tables. I've taken these tables into the Power Query editor in Excel. I have done data modeling in some DAX in Power Pivot, and I even have a pivot table with this data here in my Excel file. And I don't want to lose all of the work that I've already done. I don't want to have to redo that in Power BI. So Power BI has another option for you. Instead of clicking the Get Data or one of these other Excel buttons, I can go up to File and then Import, and then you're going to use this Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View option. Power View hasn't been around for a very long time. I would love to know if you've used Power View or ever even heard of it before, but this Power Query, Power Pivot option will allow you to bring any of those steps that you've already completed in your Excel file, bring them over. Now, I will do this, bring over that exact file, and I'm going to show you that it's going to change it, of course, from your Excel data to a Power BI file. And it's no longer going to be connected to that Excel file, and it's instead going to be a totally new object. Unlike when you do your Get Data option that we looked at first, that stays connected to that file. So anytime you would hit refresh, it would go back to that original Excel file, see if there's new data, and bring that back. Now, it's a little bit disconnected from that process, but bonus points, you don't have to redo all of your work. I'm going to connect to it. I'm going to click that Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View option. I'm now going to bring that in. Right now, it's just hanging out on my desktop. I'm going to hit open. Notice you get a little warning that says, hey, this is now Power BI, right? It's not a one-to-one. It's no longer going to be an Excel file. We're going to make you a separate Power BI file for this. We're going to be like, excellent, amazing, hit start, and you are going to see exactly what is going to come over. We want to go with copy data. I'm going to work through all of the process, and you can see exactly what comes over, and it's broken into a few sections. Your first section is the queries, and that's essentially every table that was present in that Excel sheet is going to be in this query section. That's what you've taken into the Power Query editor. You will see anything that you took into Power Pivot and connected for your data model in your data model section. You will also see if there are any measures that were created either with the DAX in Power Pivot, or if you pulled a column of data into a pivot table, that creates a measure for you. So all we have to do is hit close, and our data is now brought in. Our data model, when we go to our model view, is already connected. We are good to go. When you click that Excel workbook button in any of those three places, you can just navigate to where the file is stored on your computer, click to open it, and this is stored on my actual machine, and it will show you all of the different both sheets as well as tables that I can connect to in here. I can see whichever one I would like by clicking on that item. We can see the differentiation between a table versus a sheet. A table is going to have this little blue line at the top versus a sheet of data is just going to have the little tabs at the bottom. So I can select one, multiples, all of them, whatever I would like. And then we have the option to load, bring it directly into the Power BI desktop, or hit transform data, and that is going to take it into the Power Query editor to make those edits. So if you have not done that yet, definitely don't want to skip that part of the process, and so you'll be able to click that. But if I just hit load, for example, I would see that data is going to get brought in. I'm going to see that get loaded over here to my data pane, but I'm going to see I do not have any data modeling completed in here. I don't have any measures created. This is really just that raw data that's getting pulled over from that Excel spreadsheet. Let's look at our next option, which is that import option. Now, both of those options that we just use, either get data and connecting to just our raw Excel file, or doing the import and bringing in that connected data, both of those options have a slight problem. Not really a problem, just something you gotta consider when you publish that to the Power BI service to use. If I have data that is stored locally on my machine and I then publish my file to the Power BI service, when I want to set up my schedule refresh, I'm going to have to set up a gateway. Now, setting up a personal gateway, not that hard, but it is that extra step. That gateway is essentially your permission, your pathway, your bridge from the cloud, which is the service, down to your device. So you have to set that up, build that bridge essentially to allow it to function. It's just an additional step that you're going to have to do. If you want to avoid using a gateway, which really is the ideal, you can instead store that Excel file on either OneDrive or SharePoint, and then because you're storing it in a cloud, you don't need the bridge. You can just cloud hop. You can go from the Power BI service over to get your file, and it's going to not need that gateway whenever you do that refresh, and it will stay nice and up to date. It is a little bit trickier though to connect to SharePoint data all on its own, and we have videos. I will link those below so you can see the whole process, because it is a little bit lengthier of exactly what section you need to get of that SharePoint site, as well as how you can navigate inside of there to find what you need. A little bit tricky, but it's definitely worth it, and I will have a video linked below so you can easily go watch that if you're interested in that option. Now let's go head over to the Power BI service and see how we can utilize our Excel data right there in the Power BI service. Now that I'm here in the Power BI service, or really just the web version of Power BI, powerbi.com, I can connect directly to Excel data right from here. Now, I personally am a fan of building my reports in the Power BI desktop because it gives me access to the Power Query editor. I have my data model and I can write my DAX. But if you are just working on a quick project, or maybe you're on a computer that does not have the Power BI desktop downloaded and you want to get something done, you can bring that in to the Power BI service. So on your left menu, go down to the Create button. And here on the Create button, we now see we have an Excel option. So we can see it's still in preview mode. Hopefully they'll bring it out, give us some additional options and cool things associated with this. But I can build a report right here in the Power BI service using that Excel connected data. So when I click on that Excel preview, all I need to do is either, I've got options here, I can link to the file. So using that SharePoint option, notice it has that SharePoint URL here. That's the ideal. That's the one we want to go with. Or you are able to directly upload the file. So I can go either option. It gives me both of them here, which is fantastic. So if you do have the file stored locally, you can just bring that in. Or if it is stored to a SharePoint site or on OneDrive somewhere, you can also connect to that. And then from here, you get your limited build experience. Again, you will not have Power Query, you will not have your data model, and you're not going to have DAX, but you will be able to build a report if that data is semi-clean and decent to use. Now, I do have to talk about a major change to Excel Power BI relationship that we are now seeing at the end of 2024. So starting last year, Power BI said, hey, you know what? If you have an Excel file, you can no longer have that in a workspace. You can no longer bring your raw Excel data and store that in the Power BI service, as had been the norm for years. Previously, any of my Excel files, I could be like, you know what, this is handy. I want to just have that Excel file able to be looked at, able to store that, all that great stuff in the Power BI service in a workspace with all of my models, all of the other stuff I have in there. Can't do it anymore. They said last year, you know what, it's only Power BI stuff can be in Power BI. I think a lot of that honestly closely. That's probably due to all the fabric changes that have come to play. But now that means, hey, any Excel workbooks that were previously published to a workspace, they're not there anymore. They're gone. So you might need to go check if you had some there that you've published in the years past and kind of forgot about. You go over as of August of 2024, they're all gone. It's RIP for the Excel files in your workspaces. Previously, you were able to take an Excel file, you could go to File, and there was an option right here on that side where you could just easily stick that into a workspace. Or when you were in the Power BI service in a workspace, you were able to go to that new item button, and before it was a little drop down, now we have a nice side panel pop out, and we had the ability right over here to bring in that Excel file. It's no longer there, right? We can visualize, we can bring in a dashboard, a paginated report, a regular one, but that is why it's so important now to be able to connect your Excel data to a Power BI report, whether bringing it in from just a regular Excel file to do all of your Power Query, Power Pivot modeling steps in the Power BI desktop, or bringing in one via the import method to do that. Now, I promised you in the beginning, if you stuck around to the end, I would give you a little fun fact, where if you want to take your data from a Power BI model, if you're looking at a Power BI model someone else created and you're like, wow, I would love to dig into this data, or maybe I just want to put this into a pivot table, I just want to get it back into that Excel environment, how can we do that, right? How can we take it full circle? Because Excel and Power BI are really meant to work together. They're besties, they work really well together, so it's definitely not a, hey, get rid of Excel, move solely into Power BI. There are times we are going to want to go back and forth between these programs. So if I have data in a report in Power BI, let me show you how you can take that to Excel. So in your workspace, you will go to your semantic model. You can also do this from your report, but in this workspace view, if I go to my ellipses icon, and again, I'm on my semantic model for this, all I need to do is click on Analyze in Excel, and this will open up this data set in Excel for the web. If you like Excel for the web, you can keep it there. If you do not like the Excel for the web environment, you are able to then just work on it in the desktop. But it'll go through creating that Excel file for you. You can open Excel for the web, and there we go. I can see now here in Excel the two tables. They are connected, so I know that I can take any of the data. I can see anything with that FX is a measure, so I can pull any of this data that I would like from this Excel file into the pivot table to analyze or use in here. If you are trying to get that Excel data into Power BI and you want to keep learning more, you're like, yes, it's going to work for most of them, I just want to see this a little bit more in depth, I've got two resources for you. The first one, free one, we have a Learn with the Nerds right here on our YouTube channel going from Excel to Power BI. First, I'm going to get that linked below for you, so you just click go watch that, and it is a goodie. The next one is a class we have on our on-demand learning platform. It's beginner Power BI. I have a beginner, intermediate, and advanced, but that beginner Power BI will get you through all of the basics of working with Power BI. So if you're a little bit of a newbie where you're used to working in Excel and you're like, my boss wants me in Power BI now, you can see exactly what you do, all of the steps. Once you get your data there, right, what am I gonna do? So I will also have that linked below. Now, if you want to have access to that course as well as all of our other paid courses on our on-demand learning platform, you can always use my code, which is prag.works/Allison40, and they'll get you 40% off your annual membership, where you can learn Power BI, you can learn Excel, you can learn all of the great things over there. So hopefully I will see you over there. And of course, let me know below, how do you work with Excel data in Power BI? Did I miss anything? Are there other ways that you utilize Excel with Power BI? Or if you're an Excel hater, let me know that below as well. And I will see you next time.